So this 99 electric green Mustang Cobra was listed for sale as a car with the engine issues slash could be a roller if you wanted to buy it. He was going to sell it either way. Now this car he had listed as one of 408 being electric green, and that's true. Being an electric green coupe, it is one of 408, but it actually breaks down even more. Being a parchment interior car makes it one of 223. If you look closely, you'll see that the car actually has an 0304 Cobra front bumper, still has the 99 to 01 Cobra hood, and everything else on it looks 99 to 01 Cobra. Has a set of black 10th anniversary Terminator style wheels on it. Overall, good looking car. Unfortunately, it does have a rebuilt title and it has engine problems, and so the seller was offering it for a pretty high price. With engine problems, they still wanted $4,500. And if it didn't have a rebuilt title, that might be a little bit more in line. But, it's really too bad because they probably won't get that. At least they're offering it as, a whole car. So I like that, but they really need to come down on the price, I think, if they're going to sell to someone interested in fixing it up. It does have the amber taillights still, and they said they're not going to sell those out of it, so that's nice that they're not going to start parting it out like that. And that does make the car a little more valuable. It does have long tube headers and a Borla catback and a lot of nice things like the aftermarket seats. So there's some money there, and I could see they could probably start selling those things off and get their money out of it that way. And it would be a shame to see them do that, and I would hope that that doesn't happen. But they really need to sell it for a lesser price to someone who's interested in fixing it up. Now, if the engine has problems like they said it does, then really the car is going to need some money put into it. And so they offered to keep the drivetrain, sell it as a roller for $3,000. But buying a roller with a rebuilt title for $3,000 is pretty steep for a 99 Cobra. So it's really too bad. I would hope somebody would work a deal out with them. And by the time this video is out, the car has probably been sold, and we'll see what happens. Maybe it's been parted out. But I do like that at least they were offering it as a roller, and they were trying to get it out there first for somebody. But I think in a case like this with a rebuilt title, it really needs to go for a lot lower of a price for somebody to be interested in doing that. Now, I understand if they were to say that they would sell the car for $1,000 or $1,500 to somebody, and then they do that and then find out that that person took the car, parted it out, and made a bunch of money off of it, then that would be a loss for them. And I can see they don't want to do that. So it's hard because you don't really know the intent of the buyer. I think it would be nice if the buyer and seller could come to an agreement where the buyer is an honest person looking to fix up the car and get it for the right price to save the car. That way it stays on the road, and people who are really Mustang enthusiasts would be able to work together to save a car like this. But I also see how the seller could sell it for a lower price, and then the buyer just turn around, part it out, make a bunch of money off of it, and then the seller says, well, I could have just done that, I should have just done that, and then the car's gone anyway, and now he's the one who lost out on making some money. So I totally understand that. And, there's a lot of people out there who want to buy these cars to make them into race cars, instead of taking a perfectly good one, and pulling the engine out and doing things to it. Here's one that needs an engine, and you could put a Coyote in it and, a supercharger, and you can make a really neat car out of it. I think that's a good option at this point. Or you could rebuild it and keep it as, a nice electric green 99 Cobra. Now, this car has already had a solid axle swap, so it doesn't have the independent rear suspension. And I think a lot of people want to part out a 99 Cobra because they know that the independent rear is worth a lot. And so that's already gone. So basically on this car, the only thing worth selling are those amber taillights, because there's nothing else really on it that would bring a lot of money. The long tube headers and the exhaust might bring some money, but it would be nice to see this car saved and enjoyed. Unfortunately, I think the rebuilt title is going to have a big problem with that, because people don't want to pay money for a rebuilt title car and then put a lot of money into it. So it's a neat car. Hope it works out. And if you know what happens to this car, then put it in the comments. We'd love to hear about it. And hopefully it gets saved. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more Mustang content.